invite.
Great. Being 30 minutes, let's get on with the topic. The topic suggested by Tony, how to get more business. And I think everyone is in the same boat. How do we get more business? So I think let's have a collective opinion on this particular subject, that how do we get more clients in our business. It may not be 100% applicable as far as a co-bus is concerned, but I'm definitely sure that you need to have plans to show it to your seniors that yes, I do have plans under my portfolio. So how do we really do that? So let's have an idea from each and every person, and how do we increase the business? If the situation demands, I can always have a workshop done. But we'll talk about that part a little later. So who would like to take an initiative what should be the process like?
Yeah, I will, Vish.
Sorry.
I'll lead off if you like.
Yeah, please go ahead. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. I just, in summary of my business, like most of us, is a one-man operation. You know, in the past, I've had sales reps and branches and all that sort of thing. That's now gone by the way. So because I'm a one-man operation, I'm doing sales, I'm doing marketing, I'm doing accounts, I'm doing production, I'm doing quality assurance. Or, you know, you do the full range of things. And you don't necessarily have time to go out knocking on doors, you know, free afternoons just to network and that sort of thing to create new business. So I've been looking at ways of how I can create new, bring on new customers, and looked at different options. Creating a website was probably the first thing. Having website awareness is fine, but then you've got to be able to drive people to your website. So the next initiative was optimization in Google, how you achieve that, the things you need to do to be on the front page of Google. In our industry, it was pretty demanding, and I had to, and plus I wasn't particularly well equipped to actually do it myself. So it meant employing a third party to help with that. That was okay, but it was an ongoing thing. The next step was Google AdWords, which I've tried and certainly had some success with it. But it's an extremely expensive way to go about it. You know, a good $400 or $500 a month, easy, depending on how many hits you get, obviously. So trade shows, certain events, great at the time, generated, you know, a few contacts, but doesn't always necessarily lead to new orders. So the bulk of my business is repeat business, and it's new customers either generally through word of mouth, with the odd spot business coming through Google Ads. And I just find that an expensive way to create new business. And the reason for me asking the question to Vish to put to you guys was to see, you know, how you went about it and see if you had any other ideas on where you find new business.
Great. Thanks for sharing that, Tony. Your experience is definitely valuable. Google AdWords is one thing which I would say that it's an expensive way to look at. But what I'll do is I'll speak at a later stage. Let someone else come forward and share some ideas and how what they have done in their business so that they are getting the recurring business, or they are getting the clients on a regular basis. That idea may help you. So who would like to come forward and help in this case?
Vish, I'll go.
Please go ahead.
I'll take all of you back to the days when I had a business partner. So the two of us advertised our mortgage broking services on an Indian radio station. And that did pretty well for us for a number of years. But then things changed when another provider came on the same radio station and began selling a mortgage reduction plan. And the pitch there was, we can show you how to pay off your mortgage without increasing your repayments. That was a con job, but it successfully worked with the gullible audience. So, but having said that, till 2017, my brand Mortgage Mantra was on air on the Indian radio station in that avatar as Mortgage Mantra for 7 years. And that did help me drive some business, enough leads to keep my business running smoothly. But in the latter part of the last 7 years, 16, 17, I found that a lot of my customers, when I say a lot of my customers at that stage were mostly of Indian origin. I found they would use my services to get an approval. They would have approached a bank or two, had the applications turned down. They would have approached another broker, maybe two brokers, didn't work. And then they come to me for a solution. And I worked with an application wherever I found that there is a solution and I was convinced, and I would put it across to a lender from my point of view. Quite often I had success. I've also experienced failures. But many of these clients took that approval from me and went back to the bank or another broker. And that's where I lost the business. So 2017, I cut off my ad expense on radio, totally, absolutely totally, and left it at that. For the last 2 years, no ad spend. My business in the last 2 years has been solely based on servicing my existing clients' needs, reaching out to them, talking to them quite often, asking for referrals. This is something I haven't done in the past, and I've only now begun to ask. Again, I'm very hesitant. I've had a few leads come through my website. My website is pathetic. It's a joke for a mortgage broker's website, so that's being revamped. And that should be up in the next 2 or 3 years.
Well, I did notice your website, and it definitely needs revamping.
Yeah, it does. I'll be the first to admit that. So I'm working on that. It'll take about 8 weeks to be brought to up-to-date standards. I have never in the past walked into an accountant's office, a real estate sales office, or solicitor's office and asked for referrals. I have never attended a networking meeting till sometime last year. This is where I find value. You meet, you have to first and foremost take care of your existing client base. Searching for new business has no meaning if you can't keep your existing clients happy. And a happy client will refer you to at least one more client without asking. And if you ask, it might result in 2 referrals or 3. And referrals are sure short business.
Sure.
So we can networking. Again, in networking, I'm not pitching my business. I'm not asking for the business. I'm not selling a business. I generally talk, and if someone I build a relationship with, then the discussion slowly comes up. A topic comes up about mortgages, about their mortgage, or someone they know. Yeah. Hello? I'm not pitching myself.
It has already started, Deepak. Go ahead. You go ahead.
Yeah. So there we are. So that's what it is. And over the last 5 or 6 months, I had a few clients come in from referrals who are not Indians. And their way of looking business is different. They need advice. They need genuine advice. They need good advice. They will not bargain with what the bank has offered. That's the kind of client I work with. And the one thing I know is I'm good at solving problems. When there is a problem, mortgage application, and I can find a solution, that's where I'm good at. I'm not an expert by any stretch of imagination. I'm good. And that has come through the years working on applications. So you have to service your existing clients. There's no 2 ways about it. Don't go hunting for new business if you can't keep your existing clients happy. And if your client is happy, ask the question, can you please help me?
So the bottom line here is, sorry to interrupt you, to help your existing clients, and from there you get the recurring business. That's what you're trying to say. Instead of going in the market and shouting loud that I'm doing this, I'm doing that. So instead of doing it, look at what exactly you have done in past and keep doing that, so that people will come and buy from you on a regular basis. Does that, that's what?
That is one theme, and I go back to what Tony said. He hired people in the past. Basically, Tony, you try to scale your business. Scaling business is good, but you need to have a purpose, and you need to hire people, work with people who share the same dream and purpose as you. I think more often than not, when you look to hire people, they're there for the short run. They need an ongoing salary from someone to keep their expenses comfortable, and then they leave. If you can find someone who shares the same dream as you, who sees the same opportunities as you, who's honest and truthful, then by all means look to scale. Otherwise, build what you can build what you can manage. It's easy to build big, it's easy to fall as well.
All right. Let's move on, sir. Satish, thank you so much for your contribution. It's not that I'm cutting you off, but the time is the factor which we have to take into consideration.
Absolutely fine, yeah.
Yeah. So I'll move on to Kobus. And Kobus, what's your opinion on this? How would you suggest? How do you get more clients? What are the ideas or mantras which are used in Bestpact, or what exactly you did in Kiwi Bank? So could you share something so that the small business owners may get some idea from you? Kobus, over to you.
Sure. So from my point of view, what I do is, look, I build friendships with people that have access to client bases. Mm-hmm. So for me personally, networking, by going to a networking meeting and pitching with the services that I can offer, everybody else does the same thing. Everybody's got their 10 seconds elevator pitch. Yeah, everybody, and people see a bank is a bank is a bank. So for me, it's a long-term investment. I build friendships, and people like to do business that they like. If you're looking for a banker, you can go online and shop at any of the 4 major banks, and just pick a business manager whose photo you like. So, and that's not the point. Or you can walk into any branch. So for me to get referrals, I first need to build a friendship. But one thing, so I'm in other networking groups as well. And one thing that they share, so, and that specifically works for like the tradies, is instead of investing a lot in Google AdWords, what they do is they all connected via LinkedIn, and then they will take 20 minutes a week or half an hour a week to post something, and everybody in the networking group will go and share their post or like their post, so that post is on the wall of everybody that they are connected with, and that builds that personal brand. And at the end of the day, look, there's a lot of people that offer the services that we offer, but we need to stay top of mind so that when the need arises, we were the last person that they, for example, banking. If I keep on saying stuff about banking, maybe putting a video blog or sharing my comments with regards to the economy or whatever, and everybody in my network goes and shares that reaches thousands of people in their networks as well. So when the need arises and they're like, oh shucks, I'm getting an issue from my bank, I'm the last banker that they remember. So just staying top of mind and building that personal brand. And that's a free way of getting your name and your business out there and telling people what you do, or by adding a bit of value.
Wonderful.
Yeah. So just everybody in the group share each other's links on LinkedIn. And also another thing that they do, specifically the tradies, there's Facebook groups. For example, people that offer building or plumbing or that. So they are part of those groups on Facebook, and people ask for recommendations. Can anybody recommend a good plumber? And then by staying on top of that, by if you see something like that, then you make the recommendation to that group. This is a good plumber. This is the person that I used last. Good service, for example. So they pick up work through a cheap social media, or cheap as in free, cheap as in it only takes your time to put the posts there and join the groups on Facebook, and then obviously put that on LinkedIn. That works well for others.
So to summarize, Kobus, sorry to interrupt you here. The time is definitely a factor which we have to take into consideration. So Facebook, LinkedIn, or a social media is the key. And that's what we should be looking at. Join different groups and take it from there. So what I'll do is I'll have to cut you short over here, because Arvind is also waiting in the queue. And from next time onward, we will increase the time. Instead of 30 minutes, we'll make it 45 minutes, so that everybody gets enough time to speak about or give some ideas. So over to you, Arvind. Thank you so much, Kobus, for your contribution. Arvind, over to you.
Hello, everyone. Yeah, I'll be straight to the point. As you all know, my business is, I'm an immigration advisor. So when I build up my business, it is basically in the initial days, it was from word of mouth. Yeah, I started with just 20 clients in the first year, and every year it boomed dramatically. So, and it was, most of it was via referrals. So they are one of the best source of clients or income to you. But in the last 1 year, I'm cutting short the story. In the last 1 year, we have been doing what is called digital marketing, basically Facebook ads on Facebook. So I have a staff who was okay with that kind of that system, or technology, and he has been pumping ads, and I on and off write small articles over there, and that has been giving us a good response, because most of my clients are overseas, so you can't reach personally to everyone, like and so Facebook ads has given us a big what do you call leads, actually. Saying that not everybody who likes your page or who approaches you is your client, but nonetheless you reach out to a large audience. So yesterday we were just having a discussion on that, and I was surprised that in the last 1 year, I started only in the last 1 year, we have 11,000 likes on our Facebook, so which is quite a big number. And as I said, it's like a fishing net. You throw your net all over the place, and you try and fish it, rather than fishing one fish at a time. So this thing has worked. So we have a lot of what do you call backup or potential clients in our in the pipeline. So this is how it works. So I think digital marketing definitely works. I think most of us are in the older generation where this technology was not that good, and we're not well versed with it. But yes, digital marketing, I think, is the best tool now, taking into consideration my experience to attract clients.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Arvind. Digital marketing is your keyword. So we'll take that into consideration, and I will address that. Whatever has been said by everyone, I will summarize that and tell Tony. Deepak, the topic today, as I told you yesterday, is how to get more clients to your business. What ideas do you implement in your business? Over to you, Deepak. Please contribute your ideas.
Straight getting down to business. Hi everyone, this is Deepak, and I'm from Fair Rentals. It's a residential property management company. With regards to networking, I will go with, first of all, networking with the right kind of people. For example, in my trade, it is real estate agents, mortgage brokers, business owners, and to some extent, yes, I'm using Facebook marketing, but to attract tenants, not the landlords. They're not coming through Facebook to me, to be honest. And as mentioned by Arvind, I also started it last year with 0 clients. And in 1 year, with my services and my networking skills and my man management skills, we are close to 50 now.
Wonderful.
And
Well done. Well done.
Exactly. 50 properties and managements, and that too across Auckland. If you guys have some time, feel free to visit my website, www.fairrentals.co.nz, and you will know what I'm trying to say. This is trying to make a difference between the biggies and the smaller companies like us. And I'm sure this, yes, LinkedIn is good. I have around 6,500 people on my LinkedIn database. And they include the managing directors or the executive directors of big companies, as well as the business owners or marketing agents, even digital marketing agents, they are all connected with me. So if there is any kind of requirement, we generally post it on LinkedIn. And LinkedIn, I believe, is better as compared to Facebook, because on LinkedIn, we are dealing with professionals only. We are not dealing with any Tom, Dick and Harry.
Yep.
So that's my submission. Otherwise, I like what Arvind said and the gentleman before Arvind. And hopefully I will be also hiring somebody who can do digital marketing for my company in the near future.
Wonderful. To summarize that, digital marketing is the key. We should be focusing on digital marketing. That's what we all have said. Even Cobus mentioned about digital marketing. Satish as well as Arvind mentioned. Coming back to Tony's question, Tony is not the person who loves networking. He's the person who's got a different nature. So to answer Tony's questions, what I'll say, Tony, is I will share a slide quickly. If you're able to write something, are you able to see this particular thing?
No.
No? No. Give me a moment, please. Are you able to see this?
Yep.
Yep. It says that the majority of the business comes from it's gone because I'm I'm doing the slideshow kind of thing. Sorry. The blogs, if you write the blogs, Tony, if you're not a social media person, if you're able to write blogs on your website, because Google will be searching the keywords, and accordingly it will promote your website. So if you're able to write blogs on your website or as a guest writer on somebody else's website, that will be a good thing, which generates almost 52% of the business with the help of the blogs. Social media gives you 46% of the business, and telemarketing gives you only 19% of business. So what I suggest you, Tony, is we all are from old school, but we have to adopt or we have to go as per the trend which is in the market. Your website, if it's a brochure kind of website, you need to have some kind of CTA, that is call to action kind of feature, which should be made available on your website. That whoever comes there, your target market, the person who visits your website, there has to be something to do in terms of to attract them. There has to be a CTA, call to action kind of button, so that they will be able to, or you will be able to get their details. So, or opt-in kind of thing, that they drop their email or whatever is possible for you to do it. Offer them something, a book, ebook, I mean to say, or something of that type, and grab their email address. So social media is one thing, blogs is definitely one thing, be a guest writer on somebody else's website, and Facebook advertisement. As Deepak said, that LinkedIn is key, where the professionals are there. But in your case, it's a more of a casual market. You're talking about your target market is sports clubs and things like that. So what I suggest you is you should definitely have a Facebook page for your business, and you should only do the Facebook advertisement, because it's Facebook would definitely have a casual approach, and people should be able to, and from there you divert the traffic to your website, and from the website you generate the leads by having a CTA button. More details, I can come and have a one-on-one with you, or if you feel that we need a marketing, there are a number of ideas available with me. This is, I think, 52 pages marketing presentation which I have prepared with the workbook. I'm more than happy to share that with you, so that you can use for your business. There'll be n number of things in that. Which websites you should be using, and which are the free resources available out there. Even I will share those websites with you. So, cutting the long story short, we need to focus on digital marketing. We need to do the Facebook or LinkedIn advertisement. LinkedIn initially gives you $50 credit, $50 rebate on that. Start using it. Even Facebook gives you some discount. So start using it. And Facebook is not expensive at all. It's not expensive at all. So I think you should get aggressive with Facebook marketing at this stage, and have a page done. Have your profile made on Facebook, and I think you should start marketing in that particular area.
Okay,
I know it may not answer your question straight away, but does it give you an idea that where you should be heading, Tony?
Yep. Okay. Well, let's have a chat about it later.
Yeah, we'll definitely chat about this later. Anything else that pops up in your mind? Please share with us so that we could focus and improve our business.
Which I'll suggest we all do Instagram marketing also along with Facebook.
Correct. Instagram, it's 100% young generation kind of thing. I'm using Instagram, but I'm not using Instagram that one could say. It's typical Deepak kind of person who would be seen there because he is younger compared to us. So Instagram marketing is also one thing which you should have. If you don't have a YouTube channel, I don't see that YouTube will generate a lot of business to you. But YouTube is one thing which probably you should hire someone who is younger in age and post some videos on YouTube, and from there give your website, have a CTA button there, and carry on from there. You'll definitely generate leads with the help of that. Does that make sense, gentlemen?
Yeah, it does. It does.
Yeah.
Also, I will suggest we all do search engine optimization for our respective websites.
I would hesitate to do that because the search engine optimization would cost a lot of money. Don't make Google rich. Google is already very rich. We have to make money now. So how to make with minimum investment? That's the key at this stage. But thanks for suggesting, Deepak.
Sure, no problem.
I can. This video is being recorded. This meeting is being recorded. I will send it to you. Use it for your reference. And Tony, I'm more than happy to come and see you. We'll catch up for a coffee, and we'll have a chat on this as well.
Okay.
Or if you want me to hold a workshop, more than happy.
All right. I'll touch base with you Monday, Vish.
We'll do that way. Wonderful.
Which
So
I'll put in a one-on-one.
Sorry, say again, please.
Which I'll put in a one-on-one with you.
Yeah, I'm more than happy. Just give me a text or email me, and I'm more than happy to come and see everyone.
Got it.
I would love to meet even Deepak and Kobus in that case, because Kobus is the person who has got wonderful experience. He comes from a corporate background, so everybody has got experience, but Kobus is slightly different than what we do because he has got Westpac to support him, and he must be having n number of ideas. So, Kobus, I would like to meet you once again, and I think we all should have one-on-one with Kobus and get some more information from Kobus. Would you be happy, Kobus?
Yeah, of course. Yes, happy to do that.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Great. So it's almost 11. 30 minutes are done. 29 are done, I'll say. But valuing your time. Sorry, say again.
Are we meeting next week?
No, week after.
A week after, right?
Yeah. Unless I suggest to have one-on-one so that idea sharing would remain in continuation.
Got it.
Yep. So on this note, I'll say thank you so much for joining this meeting. Tony, I will come and see you and one-on-one with you, Satish, definitely.
Yeah.
Arvind is in contact with me most of the time. Deepak and Kobus, we'll do one-on-one sometime next week or week after.
Perfect. Sounds
Perfect.
good.
Thank you so much for joining.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks, guys.
And have a great week. Have a great weekend, guys.
Have a great weekend.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah.